and welcome to TWF NXT. I'm Mike today with Jim Ross and with Booker T. And today on NXT, we have Father Yule here today, or Grandfather Cold, or Santa Claus here today on NXT, whatever you want to call him. Mike today says that we have him here today. You got that right, Mike. We do have Father Yule here today on NXT. I mean, we do. Grandfather Cold, Santa Claus, whatever you want to call him. And I would like to wonder why he's doing in the ring here today on NXT, Jim Ross says. I'll tell you right now, Mike and Jim, you want to know why? Because it's Yule time. But then again, Father Yule, Grandfather Cold, Santa Claus, whatever. The man has to be wanted. I mean, he has sundriest names. You know, Father Yule, Grandfather Cold, Santa Claus. He could have been wanted at least in free Reichs. Booker T says he's got sundriest names. You know, that doesn't make him an outlaw. I don't know what does. Would you stop saying that? Booker T says. Would you stop that, stop that, Mike today says. Why, Father Yule, Grandfather Cold, Santa Claus has more than one nickname. And it doesn't make him an outlaw. And he's not wanted by any Gavin Reich, Near or Lair for any sins or misdeeds, Mike today says. That's right, Jim Ross says, Booker T. You need to show some onlook to Father Yule, the man who worked so hard to keep folks happy and glee for Yule, for Jesus' birthday. Yeah, and you're not going to say he's not an outlaw by breaking and entering and putting gifts underneath the tree, breaking and walking and putting gifts in the tree or underneath the tree. Booker T says this is not going to do so well. Hi everyone, it is me, Father Yule, Santa Claus, Grandfather Cold. And first off, I want to wish everyone out there a happy Yule. And also for you Jewish folk out there, a happy gathering of lights. And for you non-Christian and black folk out there, a happy gathering of followership to you folks. Whatever holy day that you're going to do this year, I want to hope that I have given onlook to all three of them. Now, yesterday, I was scathed, yesterday, I just want to say that, yesterday that someone, I just want to say yesterday that I want to thank Molina Perez for coming to helping me out, because at the end of the day, Maxwell Jacob Friedman scathed me and said that I wasn't giving any onlook to the Jewish holy day, the gathering of lights. And I think I gave onlook to that holy day as much as the other ones out there. So, and I want to tell you something. I do onlook everyone's holy day or holiday. Shit. And I do. So, so the way I want to look at it is that I believe, that everyone was good this year. Oh yeah, there were some folks, out there who were on the bad list. But there's still time for you to shift it all around. Stand up! Sick of this. I am bloody sick of this. Oh, Santa Claus. I just want to say, that it's such an onlook to meet you. And I don't even have to go to a shop to see you. I mean, that is so great. Well, isn't it the well, isn't it well, isn't it get up. Well, isn't it the TWF hard middle fighter, you know, Keith Lee? Yeah, it is. And I just want to say, Santa Claus, that I do like what you're doing. I mean, you bring the love of Jesus. You show the love and kindness that Jesus showed everyone when they were alive. And then you help to get folks to think, you help folks get back to Jesus, by keeping Yule, Jesus' birthday, making helping keeping that happiness and that glee of Jesus' birthday Yule alive. Well, thank you for doing that, Keith Lee. Well, thank you, Keith Lee, for doing that. And I just want to say that I think that it would be, I just think it's so great. Well, thank you, Keith Lee. And isn't there something that you want? Isn't there something you want Father Yule to, or Grandfather Cole to give you this year? Well, let me think about it. Yeah, I do know that I'm going to Walmart later on to do some Yule shopping. So if you would just give me a thought of what you think a good gift would be. Well, who you buying for? Mia Yang? Oh, your wife, Mia Yang, yeah. Well, sometimes she didn't get up on time. Needs a new timer. Well, there you go. I would think that buying a new timer would be great. Well, thank you, Father Yule. Thank you, Grandfather Cold, for that. Well, you're welcome. Have a happy Yule. You too. One more asking thing before you leave. I know that I'm seeking to look for someone, to put my TWF hard middle winnings on stake with. Could you help me out with that one? Well, Keith Lee, I'm sorry I can't help yet with that one. That asking thing is only for you to come up with the answer to. But good luck with that. Well, you can tell what's going on. You want to know who you're going to be wrestling and fighting for the TWF hard middle winnings? Well, it's going to be me, Keith Lee. It's going to be me. So, why don't, and it's going to be me, Jack Sparrow says. I think I would do so great for the TWF hard middle winnings. Hard made winnings. Alright, yep. You want someone who can give you the answer? Stand up. Stand up. Fuck. So you want someone who's going to give you the answer to the asking thing? Stand up. I'm going to stand up. So you want to know, John Bradshaw Latefield says, who you're going to be fighting here today. Well, you're fighting Jack Sparrow. Oh, forgive me, Leadman Jack Sparrow, because you don't like it when folks don't say the rank Leadman in the beginning of your name. And you'll be fighting Keith Lee for the TWF hard middle winnings. But it's going to be in a Hershey's Kiss staff match and a Hershey Reese peanut butter cup staff match. Alright, let's go, Deaning. Get Fight Lord in the ring. Well, now we know Mike today says we're gonna have the Hershey's Reese's, peanut butter cup staff match. Mike today says. So we're getting them all in the ring now. We're getting them all in the ring now, so now we can have the match. Mike today says, yeah, Jim Ross said we got to get the Fight Lord in the ring now. And then the match can the match can truly happen. This is for the TWF hard middle winnings. First, he is Leadman Jack Sparrow, and he is the TWF hard middle fighter Keith Lee. Deaning. Well, Keith Lee right now is picking up the Hersey staff, and whack! He just hit Jack Sparrow with the Hersey staff. And that Hersey staff is not doing very well. Now Keith Lee's got the Reese staff now. He hit Jack Sparrow and knocked him down. He knocked him down, Mike Today says. I can tell you what, Jim Ross says. Jack Sparrow is off to a bad start, Jim Ross says. Oh, Jack Sparrow just knocked the staff out of Keith Lee's hand. And Jack Sparrow hit him and knocked him down with it. With that Hersey staff. Here comes another Hersey staff, Jim Ross says. I'll tell you what, right now, Booker T says, I was never in this kind of a match. You know, the nearest thing this comes down to makes me think of the Wonder on 54th Street matches that WWE has all the time. On that old time, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, NXT, you know. And Jack Sparrow is coming up. Oh, Keith Lee just knocked Jack Sparrow down. But I was never in any one of them, Booker T said, thank God. Even though I am a former two-time WWF, WWE hard middle fighter, Booker T says. Well, I can tell you one thing, Mike Today said. Jack Sparrow, I don't know if he ever won the TWF hard middle winnings. Need be, he did do it. He did win it one time, Mike Today said, back in 2007, YL, when he beat the Sandman, Mike Today says. And we leave out, Jim Ross said a lot of folks were saying the Sandman was drunk that day. That's why he was riding around Max Agora's bike until he got knocked down, Jim Ross says. Well, the Fight Lord got knocked down by mistake in this match, Jim Ross says. Yeah, Keith Lee's fat self knocked down the Fight Keeper. And if it wasn't a hard middle match, the match would have been thrown out for that ground. And now Keith Lee has got the Hershey's Reese peanut butter cup staff, Mike Today says. Oh, he just knocked down, you know, Jack Sparrow. And down goes the Fight Lord again, Mike Today says. Well, Jim Ross says this Fight Lord has been falling down many times, and Keith Lee's been hitting Jack Sparrow with the Hershey's Reese staff, and then with the Hershey staff. Oh, and some of these, you know, some of them came from Big Lot, some came from Ken Dollard, Jim Ross says. Well, Booker T says some would come from 5 and... Oh, shit. Keith Lee hit one on top of Jack Sparrow's head and it went flying. And some of these came from 5 and below, too. Well, I can tell you one thing right now. Not looking good for Jack Sparrow, Jim Ross says. Another Hersey staff to the head. Yeah, I don't care what shop you're buying them from. You could get them from Walmart, too, for all I care, Booker T says. And Jack Sparrow, he's out of it. Jack Sparrow coming back, Mike Today says. The Sea Thief Slam. The Thief Slam. And now Jack Sparrow is looking to see if he can looking for a Hershey's Reese staff and a Hersey staff to hit him with. And he's having a hard time getting any one of them in his hand. Wham! Keith Lee went down. Mike Today says. Well, there he goes again, Jim Ross says. Now Keith Lee's the one that lost the upper hand. Does Jack Sparrow truly think that he's going to beat Keith Lee with all of those things in the ring? We'll see if he beat him up enough to get the 1, 2, 3, Booker T says. Here we go. 1, 2, and only a kick out. That's it. Keith Lee's had enough. Keith Lee has had enough of this shit. Wait a minute. Keith Lee. He just mic slammed it. Jack Sparrow on those staffs. And it's all over now. 1. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF hard middle fighter, Keith Lee. Well, Keith Lee is still the TWF hard middle fighter here in the toy wrestling gathering. And yes, he did beat Leadman Jack Sparrow in the Hershey's Reese's Peanut Butter Cup staff match, and a Hershey's Kiss staff match, and a Hershey's M&M staff match. You know, and Jack Sparrow did put in a lot of good strikes in this match. There was a lot of times where someone truly thought that Keith Lee would have had it. You know, would have had him. That Jack Sparrow would have had it beat. You know. Oh shit. A lot of folks thought that Jack Sparrow would have had it won. But it looks like that didn't happen, Mike today says. No, it did not happen, Jim Ross says. At the end of the day, Keith Lee got the upper hand back and beat Jack Sparrow. But then again, Jack Sparrow doesn't have anything to be ashamed of, Jim Ross says. No, I guess not, Booker T says. When you're getting beat up by Hershey's Reese's Peanut Butter Cup staffs, you're getting beat up by Hershey Kiss staffs, Hershey M&M staffs. Yeah, I guess you haven't really got much to be ashamed of in that, Booker T says. Then I guess Jack Sparrow had nothing to be ashamed of in that come. When Jack Sparrow had nothing to be ashamed of when it comes to that, though. All right, Booker T says. All right, Mike today said, take it away now, blah blah. Thank you, Mike today and Jim Ross. I'm going to be talking with Jack Sparrow here today on NXT. Jack Sparrow, we haven't seen you in some time. And then when we do see you, you almost won the TWF hard middle innings. Well, I won it before a long time ago, Bob Walk. And I think I could bloody win it again. I just didn't think I was going to be in a Hershey's Reese's Peanut Butter Cup staff, or a Hershey Kiss, or Hershey's M&M staff matches and being hit with them. I know it's something that the TWF likes to do all year round, you know. And I know if I get in a match with him, Bob Walk, I know I'm going to win. Well, we'll have to see about that. I mean, Keith Lee did know how to fling those staffs at you, but you were getting some strikes in yourself. Yeah, I was getting some strikes in myself, but at the end of the day, it wasn't good enough. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to take anything away from Keith Lee. He's been a fighting TWF hard middle fighter. But at the end of the day, I'll get the TWF hard middle winnings one of these days if I got to get hit with Hershey Reese's staffs, Hershey Reese's Peanut Butter Cup staffs, or Hershey Kiss staffs, or Hershey M&M staffs, then so be it. But I will get the TWF hard middle winnings back. Well, that's my talk with Leadman Jack Sparrow. Back to you, Mike today and Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Bob Walk, for talking with Jack Sparrow here today on NXT. And that's all the time we got here for NXT. I, Mike today, with Jim Ross and Booker T, We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite or Might.